All
That's
right.
cool.
So there we go. So Canva. So talk to me about what you know about Canva as a whole.
Um, I'm just familiar with the app. I'm familiar you can make, templates to use for different media platforms. I believe they have like a way to use it for Eventbrite and stuff too, right? To customize the template.
Okay. Yeah. So Canva has the ability to do about probably like 80 to 90% of all the marketing you need to do, right?
Hmm.
So within Canva, and I'll walk through it now. Once you sign up, do you have a Canva account?
I do, but I'm not really using it. I already deleted the app.
Okay. All right. So I definitely would recommend you re-downloading it for some of the features, right? So there are two versions you can go with. Basic Canva or Canva Pro. I know you have a team with another agent. I can't, his name is Dante?
Deontay, yeah.
Dante. Okay, yeah. So it could be something that you guys as a team can invest in and share
Hmm.
the cost or whatever it may be. But Canva Pro definitely is worth it for some of the added features.
Okay.
So breakdown of it, the tabs, you have projects. So projects are things that you work on a regular basis. Those are just the templates. You have also have the ability to turn the projects into folders. So like for
Hmm.
myself, what I do is I label like for my different clients that I have, I'll put the work that I'm working on inside of the folders. That way, like if I need to get to it quickly,
Hmm.
I'm able to do so and pull up what exactly what I need. Shared with you. So like the templates that I gave you are going to show up in the shared with you folder. So if you ever need to try to find something from a shared with you, like that, you have the ability to do so there. And then trash
Okay.
is something that they just started doing. Wow, I didn't even know they had that. So stuff that you end up putting in the trash, you can easily recover if you needed to after so much time.
Okay.
Um, there are apps associated with it. Some of them you can build in, so like Google Photos, right? So let's say you have all your photos in Google, you can upload via Google Photos. You can do different things like the Trippy app, things of that nature. Different things with font, autofocus, the photo editing, background remover, enhancing your photo, different things to be able to do. Um,
Okay.
Brand kit, that's important because with brand kit, you can preload your logos into it. In addition to that, you can have not just your logos, but like you see, I have the realtor symbol, equal housing opportunity, all those items in there. The fonts that I mostly use, I have my color schemes, not just for myself, but my different clients, so that if I consistently are using colors, I'm able to pull them up. So like Realty One Group, Universal, or Realty One as a whole, you guys have a standard white, black, and gold. It's very
Hmm.
specific in the hex color. So I already have that preloaded. So like whenever I'm doing like a listing or something like that for Realty One clients, I can just pull it and easily be able to get access to it relatively quickly. That's another added bonus of using Pro versus brand kit. And then you have what's called the content planner. So content planner gives you the ability to, if you did want to get an auto scheduling app, and I'll talk
Hmm.
about the auto scheduling app and the benefit of it, you can post directly to the auto planner,
Hmm.
connect your social media pages to it, and be able to directly post. All right.
So it can still go directly from Canva.
Yeah, Canva to your social media platforms. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If as long as you schedule it out, right? If you use
Correct.
the scheduling. Okay.
Correct. Next, you have templates. Canva has templates, but what I tell clients is, one, I would only use a Canva template like it was something that I just need quick and fast. But
Hmm.
for regular posting, I would either use like an auto scheduling service or I would use like Etsy. So like, because I'm doing so many agents content, on a regular, like I'm using Etsy and using different services to be able to pull different like themes and ideas like when doing content. But in the event that you wanted to use, they have different layouts and different formats for everything that you need to be able to use on a regular basis.
Okay.
Um, and then it breaks down the flyers, posters, presentations. Like I did a backdrop off of here. postcards, like, right? So now let's get into social media posts, right? Uh, uh, oh, it's probably over here. There it is. All right. So when it's time for you to utilize your social media posts, you'll have a graphic like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like within this graphic, it might start off looking like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing, if you uploaded your content into your folders, you'll have an images tab, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the images tab, you can upload your content from like your photo shoots or whatever you may have. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say like I wanted to use this photo. Problem
Right.
with this photo is that there's already a background there. So
Mm-hmm.
Canva is savvy enough to be able to recognize the actual person versus the image and then be able to
Mm-hmm.
remove it. So you
Okay.
click it and hit background remover, and then it will begin to remove the background of the image. And it's relatively good. So
Okay.
here, let's say I don't necessarily want to cut that off. I see a little black here, so like I might, tap it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to be as delicate as possible. Hit done. It's good enough, close enough.
Mm-hmm.
I say, okay, so now I have my image. Now I need to look for my logo. She's a Compass agent, so like maybe I put like Compass on here, you know, and then load in her logo onto it. And now I've personalized her post.
Nice.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So in addition to that, there are things called frames, right? And
Mm-hmm.
frames are going to be inside of the elements tab. So and actually it'd probably help if I go over this side too. So let me do that. Let me close up some of these. All right, first. So in the elements tab, elements are items that you can add into your post in order to improve them or make them better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So starting with shapes, you have your shapes, you have your squares, your circles, triangles, arrows, you name it, it's going to be inside of shapes, banners, things of that nature. The cool thing about it is inside of shapes, you can type in what you want. So let's say you want a banner. You
Mm-hmm.
type in banner, you hit search, and it's going to give you different looks for banners. It's going to give you different options, different ideas in different
Mm-hmm.
categories. You have graphics like check marks, quotations, different options there. Stickers. Stickers are images that can move. Now, if you're going to use a sticker, you're going to want to make it an MP4 so that it stays animated. So let's say like you like turtles, right? And you're
Mm-hmm.
like, this turtle is cute to do, and you want to add it to your social media post, and you can add it like that, but you're going to save the whole image as an MP4, and I'll show you how to do that later.
Okay.
And then in there, in addition to that, sometimes you have photos, but you also have a photo section and you have videos and audio, like if you want to add background chart.
Okay.
Another cool feature you have are charts, right? So let's
Mm-hmm.
say you're getting data and you want to compare, items from different years or zip codes or whatever it may be, the market change. So you can use a chart in order to display that. So you hit the chart
Mm-hmm.
option that you want to show, and then you show what percentage of the item that you want to be able to use in a chart,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you do a process ring, you do a radial dial, you can do a progress meter, whatever it may be, you have the option to be able to show and do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to leave back. Oh, shoot. I'll go back here. There we go. All right.
Can we go back to video?
Yes. Okay.
Like just example how you would like edit a video or so.
So this is not editing a video. So these are stock images that you might want to use in the back of your video, right? So it can go multiple ways. So let's say hypothetically you wanted to like layer something.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say you wanted to use this somehow, right? So you're going to say, stretch it out, or maybe you put it in what's called a frame.
Okay.
And like text above it or beyond it. And you say, like, you know, real estate is a journey. And you make it cool or you make it cute. So like that's what the videos are. Videos are stock options, but I'll show you how to add in video to what it is that you're doing also.
Okay.
Okay. You know, so like these are clouds. So like you might say, hey, I might put this above, and then let's say I don't want this background. This is above. You add some text maybe down here, and then you're hitting play. Oh, no, let's play the whole thing. Hold on. And then you have the clouds going behind.
Okay.
Right. So that's how you might use, you know, the video like in that section, right? So going back to elements, you have something called frames, right? Oh, that's under videos. Hold on. I need to shoot search here. So frames are options and items that you can place on a document that will automatically snap whatever the photo is or images that you want to use, right? So we see this item. And let's say, hypothetically, I want to put this gentleman inside of the frame. So I'll click and drag, put it over, and now he's inside of the frame.
Okay.
And then I can change the option color behind it, or whatever it may be. So frames are really good if you have a graphic that has a frame that you're trying to put things into. And like this is the option, right? So one of the templates you have is called question and answer, right? So you'll set it up where this will be the home buyer, and let's say you get a stock image and say Black woman. Find Black woman, get a stock image, you put her in there, and then I'm gonna pick on Danielle, this image of Danielle, and put Danielle in there, right?
Okay.
Now, you know, you change your name, you'll put your name down there as you, and then respond.
Okay.
So you can put commonly asked questions, whether it be investor questions or, you know, first time home buyer questions, you know, whatever the question focus is that you want to focus on, you'll have the ability to be able to do so.
Okay. So when you created this layout right here on page 2, did you use a banner?
A banner?
Or they already have pre-selected templates like this, like a question and answer template?
So these were already created.
Okay.
So essentially what the person did was they took shapes. They took a square, they took a triangle. And it made it like this, you know, like a bubble, like a text bubble.
Okay.
And added text over top of it.
Okay.
So the other thing about when you're using a frame is you can double click the photo and drag it to make yourself larger. So let's say you just wanted to be a headshot. So you have the ability to utilize it like that to turn it into a headshot.
Okay.
All right, what other questions do you think before I go on to the next thing?
No, you're good. I was just pretty much just saying I'm looking on the left. I see, well, my left, I see the templates. So you could just choose some templates, or I get what you're saying, put some shapes or so together.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, so that's just here. So let's keep going down. So the next thing I want to show you is how to take an item that is extremely bright
Mm-hmm.
and want to show text over top of it, right? So here's the item that you might get as a template. You might say, "Hey, Austin, like I don't want my stuff to look like everybody else's, right?"
Mm-hmm.
So at the base level, you want, to give tips, whatever the tips may be. And you
Mm-hmm.
can use the same tips because people are going to be attracted to the photo before they read it, right?
Right.
So you might say, "Hey, Austin, like I like the tip, but I want my background to look different." So I say, "Okay, what was a picture that was used as the background?" And you might say it was a living room. So what I might do is I might type in living room, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are all the different stock images of living rooms. And you can find one that works for you. So let's say this living room works for you, right?
Okay.
Different, you hadn't seen it before. So same thing as I said before, you're going to take it and you're going to drag it on out. And then you're going to throw the image, position it to the back so that's able to be able to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
Problem is you can't see it because of the white, right?
Right.
It's white there. So what you're going to end up doing is you're going to go back to elements and you're going to type in the word square, right? Because the shape you're looking at is a square.
Right.
And you're going to put this square, stretch it all the way out until you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hit the three dots. If I stretch it out more, it should show. Oh, position should show, right? So you're going to click it, you're going to hit backwards. You're going to hit backwards until like all the extra things are shown. You right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So now it's all the way to the back. You're now going to hold on, I gotta move this thing for zoom. You're going to hit this checker box right here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On the checker box, you'll hit transparency and you'll drag it until you see enough of the background, but still can read the words.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See, that's why I know how to work this, because all these hitting buttons.
Ah!
So that looks nice.
All right. So what else are you saying?
Nothing that I like this
Okay.
part right here. This was very informative.
Okay. All right. So I'll go keep going to the next. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood this.
Yep, I get it. And we could even change that square layout in there so if we wanted to, right?
Yeah, you can change everything. So let's say you didn't like the font. You can change the font to be, something different, right?
Yeah.
And then you can do something like animate the font or animate things to come in. So it's a video.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit bounce on the stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the other element, and actually I'm gonna go backwards. So we went all the way on the left with the stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the top. So shape. So you might want to change some of the shapes of some of the items that are there. So while I had it as a square, you could do a circle, a triangle, a hexagon. I don't know what shape that is, but sure.
Yeah.
Illusion, like you have the ability to do all that with the shape that you selected, right? Here you have the ability to change the color and the border weight. So let's say you want to add a border, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to add a little border to the side of it, and you have the ability to do so. You can corner around the border, if you wanted to. And these are all actually new updates that Canva has done. So I like that. Going down to the font, you can change the font. And the cool thing about changing the font is, right? So let's say we click the font and you can click inside of the box,
Mhm.
and then they have it separated by different categories. So let's say that you wanted something that is elegant text. Like you really want to be real classy, real elegant. It's only going to show you elegant text.
Mhm.
And there's tons and tons of text. And if it's not a text that you see that you like, you can always add fonts into it as well.
Okay.
And if there's, so like for me, I think that DM Sans is boring. So what I would do is instead of having DM Sans, I would switch everything to the seasons, and it'll allow you to hit change all.
Okay.
That'll save
So
you a ton
this
of time.
layout section that's in the middle, is that considered part of elements or you're
Which
just
tab section?
the squares in the middle?
This?
No, I'm sorry. For page 3, where it says home buyer tips and 5 ways you can prepare to buy.
This?
The whole
This
thing
or
from the
this?
inner, starting from the second inner square,
This right
right
here.
there. Yep.
So that's something that somebody made, it looks like.
Okay.
So when you click it, you see it says ungroup.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a whole bunch of lines grouped together. So this might be
Okay.
a square, this might be a square, this might be 2 lines, and lines all put together that somebody made as a graphic.
Got it. So that's what I was trying to figure out. Is that
Yeah.
like a customized template?
Yeah, so no, so this is a customized template, but the graphic is customized as well.
Okay.
Good. Excellent question. So let's say, let's say this was smaller, right? Let's say this area, or you're stretching it out. Let's say you stretch it out because you want to go as far as you want, but the area here, for whatever reason, is smaller. Or you don't like the fact that this P is on top of this H, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would click the fonts, click these 3 lines, and then stretch out the line spacing.
Okay.
Or bring back the line spacing.
Okay.
Like this is really critical. A lot of times, like if you're in a tight space with a Canva template and you don't have the room to be able to stretch things out, or if you're doing like a guide or a booklet or something like that, you're trying to jam as many words as possible in there.
Okay. Oh, I like this. It's tedious, but I like it.
It can be, but that's why if you buy templates, it'll speed up a lot of it because then you're just changing little things about it.
Right.
All right. So going back over here, you can bold the font, italicize, underline, all caps or regular or normal font, sentence font, left align, center, right align, justify. You can bullet point things, number things, line spacing, and then effects is like if you want to do things such as like the sliding text or no, sorry. This is like if you want to get like the shadows, echo, shadows, background to it, neon, glitch, where like it'll like flash every now and then, hollow, you name it, you have the ability to do so.
Okay.
Something else that's pretty cool is that you can lock font. So let's say like you love where this is and you don't want it to move, right? Because you get frustrated. You can click the element and hit the lock. And then if you go to select everything, everything else you can lock and move around, but that'll remain where it is.
Okay.
And a lot of times that's pretty important. Let's say you're in here and you like, yo, I'm gonna do, because I'm trying to do all my content in advance, which I recommend everybody do. You're gonna do a whole bunch of tips. So you hit this right here, the duplicate tab. Oh no, hold on. So that's duplicating the element. Hold on 1 second. So you go back, you click it, duplicate the page. Oh, here it is. Duplicate the page right here. duplicate the page.
Okay, and
You
just
can
change
also
the text.
duplicate it. Yeah, you can duplicate an element too. So let's say you want to
So
duplicate.
let me see, click it again. Oh, that one right there. The
Yeah,
plus sign is what you duplicate. Okay.
yeah. No, so here, if you want to duplicate, it says duplicate page, but it's a page and then a plus. And then for duplicating an element, you click the element and then you hit the duplicate button. And it'll duplicate that element.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Same thing as before. Now here's the opposite, right? So here I have my background as a color. I overlay the photo over top, and then I change the transparency of the photo.
Okay.
So, sometimes the 6 of one, half a dozen on the other. It doesn't really make a true like element difference. Just really depends on what preference.
Okay.
Here, same thing. This is a frame. So if you notice, it's like a circle frame. We just positioned it off centered and put a shape here just to add a little pizzazz and flavor to it. And added some different letters and elements, things of that nature. So like here's a part of the course for day 1 that we would go into, like you making stuff. I can also go into what's called day 2 if you don't want to make stuff. That way we can start to look at other things that you can be working on too. Does that work?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
We can go to day 2.
All right. All right, so I'm open this up. So in day 2, we start adding in different elements such as like GIFs, right? So GIFs are like the mini videos that you can use and utilize to begin like speaking, right? So to get to a GIF, you go to more, and then you go to Giphy, right? So then you might say over it, right? So let's say you duplicate this page, but you don't want and you want to use this, right?
Okay.
You have more room on this side, so I'm gonna stretch it over here as much as possible. So you might say, want a client list with another agent, right? And you might put stuff on the bottom, right? So, just something to get a laugh or whatever.
Yeah, that's funny. I like it.
So let's say.
So what if you wanted to like create your own of like a customized video or something? It look like these probably like 1-second videos or something.
Explain like what you mean.
So we're in the GIF section here. So, okay. It seems like you would be able to like replace whichever ones they have. And
oh yeah.
I guess that goes back to like the video section and maybe put like one of your short clip videos or something.
Oh yeah. So let me see if I have one here. It's not a short clip, but so like here's like I just click and drag the video, right? So this is a video. It's a minute long. I wouldn't recommend doing it as a minute.
Yeah.
But let's say you did pick it. You can drop it in there.
Okay. Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Like.
Yeah. So yeah, so you could click it in there and then delete it, and then like so this is a frame. you know what to frame, like with the blue sky and grass.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I thought you were gonna ask a follow-up question. Sorry.
Oh, no, no. I'm saying, yeah, I know. I hear you saying the blue sky and grass.
Okay. So yeah, so that's so you might have something, so adding in gifts into like your social media posting and things of that nature.
Okay.
Um, next, we started talking about and adding in different like layering, right? So with layering, you have two shapes, which essentially are the same, but you're trying to add some separation within your post. So with here, I'll delete this. With here's the shape, right? The shape was a square, which is with the edges rounded. But you're like, you know what? I want to try to add some separation. So you would, copy and paste it. So now it's dual. And then change the element to black. And then begin to move it backwards. And now, what appeared to be a square now has like a shadow to it.
Okay.
So
Nice.
also, another feature that I don't know how much of it you would use, but sometimes you might want to use an item called Pixabay, right? So Pixabay is another what's called royalty-free image bank, and you might say, once again, you might say Black woman. So Pixabay is very helpful when you're starting to do like searches for different stock images that you're starting to see more and more Canva posts and things of that nature, and you want to switch it up some. So you might say Black realtor. All right, so it might come up with a Black realtor. Sometimes if you can't show up here out of the two, I'll tell you use Google. New home, right? So you might say, okay, I want to do a home for new home construction, or flip, or you say renovated home, right? You might say rent or under construction. So like for you, I know you like to do a lot of like the rehabbing and things of that nature. So, increasing your search or search options is always helpful.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I don't have no questions for this section.
All right. So when it comes time and ready, right? So like let's say you have a GIF. So a GIF really is a video. When it's going to come time to export with the GIF, you're going to hit the up top, the share button, and then you're going to hit it to download. You don't want to download all of them. You only want to download the page you want to work on. So you click pages, you uncheck all of them, and then you just hit one, and then done and download.
Okay.
Right?
So let's just say you made 13 of them, like the ones in 13.
So here's the thing though, but with MP4 videos, if you hit all 13, it'll make it one long item.
Oh, okay.
Now, if this were posts like this that are just standard, like not moving, you would switch that to PNG and you can download all of them. And they'll be individual. What it'll do is it'll export it as a folder.
Okay. So you can either download them and upload them manually, or you could go ahead and put them on a schedule through Canva.
Correct.
Okay. How you put them on the schedule?
Excellent question.
Or am I going too fast?
No, you're not going too fast.
Okay.
So like if you see the right here, it says save time, you hit schedule now. You hit the
Okay.
date, you hit time, you hit next, and then you pick what channel you want to do. So I don't use this. I use a platform called Planoly.
Mhm.
I'll log into my Planoly so you can see. So like for me, because I don't want to be sitting here, every single day uploading something, I will batch edit. So I'll edit a whole bunch of things, or if I shot a bunch of clients, in a week, like I might upload stuff. Like as you can see, I make stuff and then I'll dump it.
Okay.
So what you do is you go and you upload and you schedule it out on what you wanted to say. So here, I guess I just forgot to post today. So I'll post it tomorrow. You can go hit schedule post, put the text you want in there, upload the photos, have your hashtags and everything loaded in there for you, and then you're good to go. And then what you do is you'll hit save. Now, Planoly can auto post multiple photos.
Okay.
Still trying to work out the kinks, but like single photos, well, this is another multi-photo, but like single photos, see if I have any up here.
So when you say multiple photos, you're saying like for one post to upload multiple photos, like a slide.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Or what they call a carousel.
Yeah.
So like my listings will be multiple photos. So with an auto scheduler,
So this is probably good for you because you have multiple clients.
yes. So like each client has their own Canva. Canva. Each client has their own Planoly.
Okay.
And I can auto post all of their stuff in there.
Okay.
The big thing that this does that Canva doesn't, we talk about free or not free, is like the hashtags being built in. So like all of my hashtags and my auto posting, like I have it all in there. So all you gotta do is hit it and I'll copy and paste and add it in there. And then you can analyze your social media, right? So like it's gonna tell me like how I've done for the month, right? So like social media wise, like I've gained in the last month, I've gained almost 100 followers. I'm looking at about 25 average likes per post. Telling me am I getting more comments for the month versus the previous month. My impressions engagement is telling me where most of the people where my clientele are coming from. It's telling me the gender, which is going to be female. It's going to tell me the age group, so I know who I'm marketing to.
Okay.
And this all goes back to my ideal client anyway. My ideal client avatar is going to be somebody who I would probably say 28 to 45. So this is all just confirming what it is that I'm doing.
Okay.
So back to Canva.
So can you like create when you schedule them out through Canva, can you write like the actual text with it, the captions?
On Canva, yeah, you can.
Okay.
But so you can do that. Yeah, you can still do everything you can, with any other, but the problem is you'll be copying and pasting somewhere else versus here with Planoly, it's already built in.
Okay.
So like, if I throw up some text, literally all I have to do is hit this hashtag right here and throw it in there.
Okay.
Or like highlight here. Usually I can link or publish like the link to like my stuff if I need to link it.
Okay.
And it's already there.
Got it. Okay.
So that's going to save me a lot of time So, and I tell people, when it comes to marketing, I can either save you time or I can save you money. I can't save you both.
Right.
If you want to save time, plan on it. If you want to save money, just use free Canva. So there's something else I wanted to show. So we were going, okay. So like here, so once you get your items, right? You're gonna hit the file button and you're gonna hit save to folder, right? If you don't already have folders, you can hit create new and then rename the folder or whatever you want it to be, right? So you could say May's post and then hit add the folder so that these posts are only going to be for May.
Okay.
Right. So saving in folders is going to be critical. Like that's going to be huge for you.
Okay.
Also, when it comes to some of the posts, they have stuff in the notes section. So it might be like the caption or like what they call the copy for the post for the day. Like that could be in there. So there are different items inside of the notes section. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. Resize. So let's say you like this post so much that you want to make a story out of it.
Okay.
So you get resize, and then they have all the sizing differences for everything you need, like Instagram story. So you might hit copy and resize, continue editing, add the pop-up blocker on. So I changed it, and now it changed it to be what I need for Instagram story size.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
All right, so it could be something that you just want to replicate. You have the ability to do so there.
But do all of this come with the premium Canva package or the free one?
So all of this is with the free one. The premium, you'll eventually see things that you can't do with the premium, right? So let's go to font. So like if it's premium, if it has the crown on it, or like you can't save so like when it comes to font, like I'm gonna hit the font here, and I'm gonna hit here. I'm going to hit where is it? Styles. So these are all my brand kit styles, right? So let's say I want to change it I have a client, Shawanda. It's going to change everything to fit Shawanda's color scheme.
Okay.
Or like my color scheme.
Okay.
All right. So like I can end up doing that real quickly for myself. Or if I hit here, it's going to have my color scheme fonts here. So like once again, it goes back to time or money. If you load in all your color schemes for you and your team, to save yourself time, then that's why a pro would be of a benefit to you.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll look at what the premium has to offer versus the free packages. So it seems like a lot of times people are using Canva through a desktop or laptop rather than from their phone. Would you think so?
I would definitely, I would only use it from my phone. From my desktop, sorry.
Yeah, so that's probably why I was using Adobe more because it was very mobile friendly. Like I can finish something in like 5 minutes. maybe 10, because I'm picky.
So you can do that from the desktop.
Yeah, it looked like, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I just was saving time when I'm not on a desktop and just do something from the phone. But I
Yeah.
like Canva.
So you can. So here, I know an agent who does everything on the phone, and they preload everything. So you have the ability to do that too.
Okay. Yeah, it just looked like it's a lot with Canva. To really get the vision that you want, it's probably best to use a computer.
Until you get comfortable with it, yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
next week when we meet, pick the day and time, we'll go over how to make landing page and PDF documents. Okay. But I would just ask that you play around with it for the next couple of days so you can start making some content and start being more visible. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll send you some days over. I know I am I'll be out of town from the 28th to the 1st. So maybe
Okay.
we could try to do it before then, maybe that Wednesday.
Okay. Just tell me.
Okay.
Tell
I'll
me
double
what works
check
for you
my
and I'll send
schedule.
it
All right, cool.
uh-huh.
All right, well, thank you. This
No,
was some
thank
good
you.
information.
Oh, so it was good? All right, that's what my last question was going to be, if it was good or not.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't know any of this. I mean, I think even if people know it, the people that say they know it, that I've heard say use it, I don't even see them using this. So
Oh, nah. I use Canva every single day.
yeah, no, I don't see them customizing it like how the
Oh,
samples
okay.
you just used.
Okay, cool. Well, no,
It
we're
was
gonna
good.
take it even. We're gonna take it even higher next week.
All right, that's what I'm looking forward to.
All right.
Okay, I'll see you next week.
See you next week.